Hello there, brothers and sisters of the Blitz universe. You're watching Blitz Addict. My name is Lander, and this is another review of my premium tank. Lately, I said that I'm out of premiums, but I checked my garage again, and I found that I haven't reviewed the Panzer 5-4. Um, it's a premium tier 5 German tank, which is basically a hull of a Panther and a turret of a Panzer 4G, which is a pretty nice blend because you have very strong armor on the front and quite weak turret, but quite a nice gun also. So it's really interesting vehicle. Um, on tier 7, this armor wouldn't be so great, but on tier 5, it really makes nice things. You can side scrape a bit in this tank, but mostly you should angle it like a more of a Russian mat. So you just set your angles frontally to get your nice frontal plate a bit sideways, so it would make a even greater efficient armor on the front. And you should try to avoid just facing enemies too angling too steeply, because you will show your front wheel, and if someone is knowing what he's doing, he will shoot you through the drive wheel. So and it's also a very nice tank to ram. It's the second name of this tank, not not official. It's a ram panzer, and it surely can ram. Believe me, it really can. Okay, fast view for the stats: 700 hit points, main armor frontally 50 on turret, and 30 on sides and rear, and hull is 85 on the front, so very nice for tier 5, and 40 on sides and rear. View range is 267.4 meters, but I'm using optics. DPM is 1261 with calibrated shells, I think, but we'll check with the equipment. Reload time is 7.61 seconds, average penetration 115 on AP, 166 on APCR, and 42 on HE. Average damage is 160 on AP, 135 on APCR, and 200 on HE. Aiming time is 3.8 seconds. Dispersion is 0.332, which is really nice value. And you can snipe with this tank. Depression and elevation angles. It has 10 degrees of depression, but only on the sides. You can't really take this gun so much down frontally. So if you want to use your depression, you should be facing your enemy sideways. And 20 degrees of gun elevation. It's nice. The top speed is nice. It's 45 kilometers forward, but it took a bit to accelerate to the full speed. But if you can reach the top speed with your weight over 40 tons, you really make some serious damage to enemy lights and medium tanks, or even heavy tanks, if you if you can manage, if they on low hit points and you manage to get them. I will not advise you to do it, but you really can. Okay, average speed is 35. Power to weight ratio is 18.6. Weight is 40 tons, I told you. Third traverse speed is 32.67, so it's a bit sluggish. Hull traverse speed is 35.28, so again a bit sluggish. Engine power is 756 horse power. Okay, now let's take a quick look at the consumables. Typical consumables for me: multi-purpose restoration pack, repair kit, and adrenaline. As for provisions, chocolate bar and standard fuel, because there's no other options. You can use the protective kit, but I really don't use it. I like to have a little boost to speed and a bit of boost to rest of the stats of my crew and so on. So ammunition, mostly AP, 88 rounds, 26 rounds of APCR and 10 rounds of HE. As for equipment, yeah, I'm using calibrated shells, I'm using enhanced gun laying drive and refined gun to get the dispersion lower, because the aim time is pretty nice. As vitality, improved modules, because I told you it's a RAM, a typical RAM Panzer, so you can ram with it. So it's nice to have a minus 20% damage from ramming. Also enhanced armor, because the frontal armor is really nice and you can bounce lot and lot of shots. You will see in the videos. Toolbox, plus 30 to model repair speed, which is really nice, so you don't get tracked in the middle of nowhere. Improved optics, engine accelerator, and high-end consumables for equipment. I don't know if you know, but Cromwell is a very good ramming machine because of its speed and its weight. And it's a tier 6 tank, right? So look what's going on here. Just wow. 500, almost 550 damage done by just running. He just ran on me, and still I did more damage to him than he did for me. I will show this battle to just to show you how good this tank is at bouncing shots. It's really, when used properly, it really can do such good things. We are bottom tier here, so we're fighting against tier 6 tanks. Um, so you wouldn't expect us to just bounce shots like crazy in a tier 5 tank during this game. But if you look in a moment, you will see what will happen. Just scouting for our team. We spotted some rats on hill, so we're trying to take some side shots. Our KV2 isn't really satisfied with another teammate gameplay, but first shot, and you could see for a moment how tough is the frontal plate of the Panzer 5-4. You see, I'm shooting through the drive wheel, he's not, and apparently we're making damage and he's not. Good for us then. And it's almost done. We managed to bounce 220 by now, but as I remember correctly, it would be much more. I told you, it has weak turrets, so you can easily penetrate his turret. We're trying to take a speculated shot. Unfortunately, we bounced probably, because you can see he's looking at us and no one else was shooting him. Now we're spotted, but still trying to clear the Jackson at least as much as we can to help our guys on hill on the other side. But now I saw there's 3 of us and 2 of them, so I decided to just to attack, because otherwise we would get killed here. One of the greens went down. We were able to clear this Crusader here, and now it's time to move on and clear this Easy 8. Easy 8 has nice frontal armor. As you could see, we were shooting AP and still managed to get through his front plate. We took a nice shot on the Jackson here. Our KV2 was able to finish him. And now only enemy KV2 left. I don't really want to engage KV2 closely, because as you know, KV2 with 152mm gun can do much bad things for you. So we won, bounced 480 damage and made 1300 and something damage, 1473. So we managed to penetrate that Jackson that we couldn't see. Okay, so we made for second class, earned 25, almost 26 K silver without premium account, destroyed 3 vehicles. So we did quite nice, and we were the bottom tier, as I told you. Um, Also, let's look at this efficiency. If you want to take a closer look at it, you can just pause the movie and just look at those stats. But as I told you, we didn't use any primer ammunition, so our ammunition resupply was really cheap, and we made almost 26,000 silver on tier 5 without premium account. I think it's really nice. Um, so that's all. Oh, and I forgot, I really wanted to show you the tank compare on blitzstars.com, but the information there was outdated, so it's not really useful anymore, so I decided not to. But I will show you some more videos instead. And the last game is on mines. Unfortunately, we had a problem with the game for a bit, so we weren't able to go on with our ALC MX, but we will still manage to get the hill. I don't know what's this selector doing, but I wish him best, really, because if Reds were here, he would be totally demolished. Unfortunately for us, we weren't able to get any damage there. Now we're trying to use our strong front plate. As you can see, we have 10 degrees of gun depression, but only on sides, so it's hard to get this gun down. As you can see, you can't really get this gun down so much on front, but we're gonna try to hold them here, just that they can't really do nothing. And now you will see how good is this tank when you use it correctly, when you use your front plate correctly. Just look at this. It's gonna be quite nice and interesting to see how much it can really bounce. Unfortunately for us, we didn't really had any accurate shots, but still you can see how effective this tank could be when it comes for bouncing shots. So you need to get used to using this front plate, and as I told you, the gun depression front isn't great, and turret armor isn't great, but front plate can bounce really really a lot. It's really nice to watch it again. It was fun playing it, and now it's and then for a ram panzer must live for its name. There's I think there's a Leo behind us. Oh, 2 Leos, and they decided to ram me. Great job. But still, we managed to, we won this battle, and we managed to bounce 1395 damage. So really nice for a medium tank, really. It's not a heavy tank, remember, it's a medium tank, quite mobile medium tank at full speed, so nice to use its mobility and nice armor to do some nice things on the battlefield. And that's all for today, I think. So subscribe if you like my videos, and see you all on the battlefield.